Hi YouTube, this is Ashley, Ashlock. I'm talking to you here from my vehicle, so the scenery is a little different, but I haven't checked in a while, and I just want to let you know that I am 13 and a half months locked. Yes, I'm almost to 14. I'm not quite. I will be 14 in about another almost 2 weeks, but I did want to give you an update with my locks. So let me give you a quick overview here. I do have some decoration in my locks today. I have some hair jewelry. So my locks, I no longer have two-headed dragons. So I previously had about 10 two-headed dragons. There were locks that I felt were relatively thinner compared to the other locks. So I took the lock that was closer to it, and I put it inside the lock. And I did that about at 5 months for some. I had did a couple of recently about 2 months ago, but most of my locks had been in that way for about 8 months or so. So it was a lot of new growth. And here, I know I did it to one of my back ones. So I had a lot of new growth that went almost to the middle of the lock, and then it split into the two-headed dragon. So what I did, because I have some locks that I twisted all the way down, and let me see, and they still have the two-strand twist pattern in them, the ones that I twisted all the way down. So I wanted to do something different this time, just to see how my locks would look if I did something different. So for the two that were two-headed dragons, I just squeezed them next to each other and took a needle and just sewed it through. I took a regular threaded needle and sewed it through. This is the outcome. This is of one. Like I said, I did it to about 9 or 10 of them. And I love it. So I feel like my hair is like a full, complete lock. You can't, I might forever have these like two-strand twist in my locks, but they're hard. Like or, like it's not like a soft two-strand twist. Like it's a legit lock. So this is that in my hair. Yeah. So I no longer have two-headed dragons. I did this throughout my whole head. It's just like whenever I had free time, I would just take the two, squeeze them together, and sew in and out like just a needle in and out, just regular thread. And every so often, if I see a random piece of thread sticking out, I'll cut it off. But for the most part, I don't see anything. My locks look uniform as one. But what I had to do is, because when I had some of my locks, some of them were shorter. Let me see if I can find one. I'm looking at my car mirror here. So for like this one, where's one? I was playing with it earlier. So yeah, you can see how some of my locks are thicker at the tips. So for some of them, I did have what I noticed, like when I went through combining the lock, some of them were thicker. And so I did, for a few of them, I did have to cut off the tip of the lock of one of the locks. One of the two locks, I kept the more thicker one that went more uniform with the lock, because what happened was my new growth was relatively thick, and then my two-headed were thinner because they're the locks that I combined. So those two locks were skinnier per se. And then the tips, some of them were a little bit bigger. So when I sewed them together, and there were different lengths, some were a little bit longer or shorter, so I would cut one and kind of like, let me see if I can find one. Like it really all blend in now, so I can't really distinguish which ones I did it to. So it's like I cut off a little tip, and then you can see kind of where it ends. You really can't, because I don't know. I can't really tell. But anyway, like I cut off the tip of some of them, and I just like kind of like pushed it to make it blend uniform. And I did like I washed my hair immediately, and for those areas I kind of like did a palm roll just in that area to keep it together. So yeah, that's the update with my hair. I'm washing like 2 to 3 times a week. I'm just enjoying the fact that I can just wash my hair and let it dry as it go. I'm retwisting every 2 months. Part of me does not want to do it, but I will do it at a 2 months occasion. Until, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is 2 months. And so I no longer have two-headed dragon, so I have a complete set of locks. And I just wanted to check in. This is Ashley, Ashlock. I'll check in soon. Peace.